Hey guys, it's Brendan Borman back from their 270 video. My family and I just got back from vacation, so thank you for bearing with us as I did not post all that content lately. But today I'll be taking on Frederick Douglass, a strong Republican candidate inside the game of 270, and I'll be playing as Benjamin Franklin, a founding father who just recently got a major upgrade. If you are unfamiliar with Benjamin Franklin, you can play him as a Republican, a Democrat, or as an independent candidate inside the game. Now, he does have a 30% youth vote, and so I'll be going that route. But if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, as we are less than 30 people away from reaching the 1,000 plateau on the way to 1,000. After a clash in New York, I did pivot to the Old South, and it looks like I will get that uncontested here on turn number 3. And so we will have New York access if we do go after African American. I also have the natural pivot to the manufacturing or swing states from the Old South. So this is a very good start for us. Now, Brett Gordon, he is a good player, and I don't know exactly what he's going to do here with Frederick Douglass. I've never played against him as Douglass. And so I could see him going to Florida. I could see him going for town and gown, and it looks like he is going to spread out here in some of the African American states. Now, I don't know exactly how to handle this turn. I could either defend against AA, defend against swing, or town and gown. Now, he has already signaled that he's probably going to go for African American, so what I could do is just pressure Tennessee and Michigan, for example, or in Illinois. But what I might do is just kind of save up some cash, and if he puts himself in a vulnerable position here, or he exposes Texas and in California, I could go that route. I could then pressure Florida. And so, you know what? I'm going to give Brett here a little bit of a lead as far as letting him dictate where this game is going to go. I do have a small cash advantage, and I don't think he can get African American. Yeah, so he's going to have to spend $450,000 in New York, so he will not be able to get AA on this turn. So if I wanted to spread out a little bit this turn, I could, but let's just see what he does. He's going up in DC and Delaware and New York. So interesting, he's going all the way to the third pip in New York, so he doesn't have to defend that or risk a clash. A lot of top players will wait and do New York last when they are getting the African American bonus. So now I'm going to go ahead and pressure AA. It is a turn late, and Douglass does have a 40% African American bonus. So if he gets it even for one turn of $140,000, that can be a big deal. However, I do have the Old South, I do have my gun lobby bonus, and I have the element of surprise that he's not going to know where to defend. So I am going to go up in New Hampshire as well as Florida, so I do have the ability to get that swing state bonus, but Frederick Douglass does indeed get his African American bonus. So it's turn number 6. I have $573,000 of pure cash. How should I play this? I think I'm going to go after AA myself, which is kind of risky here. I'm going to go to the 4th pip in a few states. So Michigan, Delaware, DC. I still have $330,000 to work with. I think that Florida is too risky. I'm going to go past in Tennessee. I think he's more likely to defend Illinois. And then some of these Old South states are uncontested. Is there a way I can somehow still get Alabama there? Okay, so let's do this. We just have $1,000 left over, so pretty useful, efficient with our funds. We are clashing in DC and Delaware. And we do get a 1-pip lead in Michigan. That's huge. He's pressuring and spreading out. We do get Tennessee uncontested, and so that is going to flip African American. What a big money turn that was. Okay, so now we have the $100,000 in African American, the $40,000 in Old South, and our $284 base cash. Let's go ahead and go to the 4th pip in DC and Delaware. Let's go ahead and overtake Illinois by 2 pips. I think he might defend by 1 or leave it alone. We're going to go Michigan by 2, Louisiana by 1, and I think think that looks pretty good. So let's see if we can hold on to AA. Maybe I can spread up one more in Mississippi. It's kind of a sneaky little state. Let's do Maryland, in case he pivots to the high tech and goes like Virginia, Michigan, and Maryland. So we are clashing some more, so that's good for us. And we steal Illinois, so African American will surely be ours. A big clash in Michigan. And so that is a whole nother turn. Now, if I'm him, he's got to be making a big move here or saving to pivot. So I'm going to go up a couple places. I have $246,000 of base cash. I'm going to open up in Wisconsin, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, which will give me avenues to possibly get the manufacturing bonus through Hangman, which is unlikely, however possible. It would require me to hold on to North Carolina, Illinois, and Michigan. Plus, I'm going to have the option to get swing states. Now, I am contested in Arizona. I'm also contested in Virginia. I would need to have one of those states, plus North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, and I can get the swing state bonus without Florida. So a lot of moving parts on this turn. Let's go ahead and submit this. It looks like we just had a small expenditure here by Douglas in Florida. So playing offense by playing defense. He was hoping I would go for the Florida steal and he would swing the cash advantage back to him. But no luck for him. At this point, we have spent quite a bit of money in Illinois. Illinois is a crucial state for Douglas, as he has a big manufacturing bonus, a big African-American bonus. I think it's just worth it to go ahead and lock it. And even if I lose AA eventually, I'll have that key cog of a state. Now, North Carolina also becomes important because I need it for swing and for manufacturing. If I was in Douglas's shoes right now, I would be targeting one of Michigan or North Carolina, and I'm going to, I think, protect North Carolina. I can always open up in Indiana or Kentucky for eventually for manufacturing. Let's just kind of low spend here. So he does flip a couple AA states. He does flip Tennessee by one. So there is the African-American bonus flipping back to Douglas. He has life in the game. Now, I do think that the natural thing for Douglas to do here is to close off all of the states he just flipped, ensuring that he will lock in African-American for the rest of the game, assuming he does not lose Florida or New York. And right now, I do not have swing, and so Florida is safe. But what I think I'm going to do is go up in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and then I'm going to spend a little bit here to protect North Carolina. I think we're a little bit vulnerable here. But what do I do with Michigan? Is it worth spending? I don't think so. I don't think he's going to go for Michigan this turn. So let's go ahead and save that money in Michigan. So we have $136,000. Let's open up in Indiana and Kentucky. Just in case we don't get manufacturing, if we lose one state, then I can spend that in those two states, or the next turn I can roll my bonus into those states to maintain it. So let's defend Arizona by a pip last second and see how it shakes down. Florida's defended. Georgia's locked. So we get Indiana and Kentucky uncontested. North Carolina is no expenditure from Douglas. And with the Wisconsin spending, that will give us both the manufacturing bonus and the swing state bonus. So his AAA is going to be, it says useless. It's not useless. His AA is going to be his unless he loses Florida or New York. And I really don't see a clear path where I go for that state, either one of those states, especially with his preemptive defense in Florida. So let's go ahead and lock Virginia. Virginia makes so many things easy, keeping the Old South, keeping swing states, getting high tech, which this Franklin has a 35% bonus in high tech. So I did go ahead and move over to California. Worst case scenario, we clash in California, and that gives me a little bit clearer of a picture. But there is a Virginia lock. So we did get Virginia. It's 241 to 113. However, the Old South bonus swings back to Douglas. So now with African American and Old South, North Carolina becomes a prime subject to be stolen. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that state. I'm also going to open up into some high-tech states like Massachusetts, Utah, Washington, but specifically with Utah and Massachusetts, I'm still defending against Town and Gown. It's quite rare for someone to have New York this early in the game, and then by turn 12, still does not have Town and Gown. Now, Town and Gown is not a core bonus for Douglas, but it could have been, it would have been an efficient route. But he does steal Arizona, which will make it easier for him to get that Town and Gown, but I don't think he's in enough states. He flips Michigan, which is a good steal. However, with us going up in Indiana and Kentucky, that's going to let us keep that manufacturing bonus. So we have $787,000 to Douglas's $473,000. I have a big $205,000 saved up in swing states. I am expecting some pressure in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. I can also use it in Colorado and New Mexico. If I want to go the oil and gas route without Texas, I can kind of build up that manufacturing and kind of trap Douglas. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the third pip in California, and because I have New Hampshire, instead of going up in Massachusetts, I'm going to go up in Washington. So those three states will give me the high-tech bonus. So that'll give me high-tech. I also will have my $82,000 of manufacturing rolled over, so I can also go up in Texas next turn. And let's see what Douglas does here. So Douglas beats us to Texas, but only by 1 pip. So he does spend a lot of cash. He's at 196 EVs. There is the high-tech bonus. And so let's go ahead and use our manufacturing to enter into Texas. We will not clash. And how do I want to spend my high-tech money? Do I want to go up in Massachusetts or Utah? Let's go ahead and open up into some oil and gas, just in case he goes up in Texas. Again, we don't want to clash. He does defend Florida and defends New York. So again, like earlier, he is using offense by playing defense, hoping for a clash. But we did not oblige, and so we're going to carry over this cash advantage. Now we have over $1 million, and Douglas has less than $500,000. Now we have a ton of swing money. Even that Florida lead technically is not safe, but I don't think I'm going to go for that route. I have such a clear path advantage to eventually overtake in Texas. If I want to save again, then my New York pressure becomes real again, where I could even flip New York and take away his African American bonus. So let's go ahead and open up into some random states here. You know what? That doesn't make any sense. I was going to prevent a ballot, but what I could do is go for reverse Town and Gown. So I'm going to go ahead and lock Arizona, go up in Minnesota, Missouri, North Dakota, Vermont, Maine, Rhode Island, Nebraska, those states. And let's see if I can get Missouri. Okay, there's Missouri. So if I can somehow get the Town and Gown bonus, Franklin has a big, beefy Town and Gown bonus as well. So that would really put the game on ice. Although we are going to get Texas here, so it's not going to matter. Louisiana flips. Maryland is locked. Mississippi is locked. It looks like a lot of states are uncontested. So at the end of turn 15, we're going to have the agriculture bonus. We're going to have the export bonus. We're going to have Latino. Here they all come. So oil and gas. So now we have 7 of the state groups. We have the 1 national group plus $282,000 of pure cash. So we are in a great spot here. Let's go ahead and just go up into all of the Town and Gown states. using some high-tech money, oil and gas, ag, and then some pure cash. And we should have enough here to where we can submit and get another $100,000 on the next turn of town and gown money. So, Brett, if you're still watching this, good game. I know this was a late night special. I was half asleep, you were half asleep, but I look forward to doing more matches, especially in the NHL community tournament where you drafted Douglas and I drafted Benjamin Franklin. Anyways, everyone else, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next 270 video. Dark Wave.